Hello, and welcome to the Church of Fuck You. I'm St. Patrick. Well, church, let me plug it real fast. The Church of Fuck You Bible is now available on ebook. I'll post a description. I'll post a link of it in the description of the video. So check it out if you like it. Buy it. If you don't. But if you can, support the church. Be greatly appreciated. All right, on to the video. I hear a lot of people talking about power. And they always say, money is power. You got to have money. The money, power. If you got the money, you got the power. It's all bullshit, okay? There's a lot of people with money, they have no power. And I want to explain to you, if you don't understand or don't know, from my experiences in life, what power is. And the root of all power is just fear. It's controlling people with fear. Now think about two big places that do this. And it'll all make sense to you if you think about it this way. Churches, religion, what is their big deal? What is their big, control factor? It's all fear. They tell kids that are 5 years old and 6 years old, if you don't believe in God and if you don't get saved, if you don't pray, and you're going to burn in hell forever and ever and ever. And the devil's going to torment you and you're going to be in anguish and you're just going to be, you're just going to be in misery forever. So if you tell that to some 6-year-old, what is a 6-year-old going to do? Well, I believe in God. I love God. Of course I love God because I don't want to burn and be on fire and just be in pain and just be tormented forever and ever and ever. And these kids grow up and it's already embedded in their brain to be petrified. And that's why they believe. Well, I'm not going to say all, but that's why a lot of them believe. It's because they've been drilled in their brain and be scared to not believe. I've met some adults. Well, I was talking to them about religion and you go into it and they'll say, you know what, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather believe in God and go to church and not burn in hell forever. And it's like, okay, so you're going to a place that you really don't have your heart in, that you really don't believe in, but just to pretty much cover your ass. It's like a CYA religion. Let me believe enough so that I won't be tortured forever. And that's what the fear does. It allows them to control you. So if they say, they always expand on it and they always push on it. If you don't pay your tithes, if you don't give your 10%, then you're not doing what God wants you to do, and that's a sin, and you can burn in hell forever and ever and ever. So what do people do? They open up their pocketbooks or their wallets and pay out money that a lot of them don't even fucking have because they're scared to death of being tortured forever. Again, fear equals power. If you can make people scared to fucking death of whatever you want them to be scared of, you can get them to do anything you want to do. And religion is a prime example. This is why numerous Catholics came out after that whole scandal came out saying, well, these priests shouldn't be punished. We should let God handle it. Okay, they're fucking pedophiles. What are we talking about here? Oh no, we should handle it. We should get baseball bats and, poles and beat the shit out of them. They were raping kids. What do you mean let God handle it? Because they're controlled. They're so scared of being wrong and being cast out and being cast into the fire that they'll do whatever the church tells them to do. That's what fear is. And that's what power is. That's what the fear can do. It can make you control millions of people just by a simple word because you've instilled fear in them. Don't believe me? Look at our religion. Look at our politics. Both sides have key words that they can shout at any time and people automatically go into action. Republicans, all they have to say is whoever's running against them, whether a Democrat or an independent, whoever. All they got to say is they want to take away your guns. That's it. Guns is the key word. If you ever tell a Republican this person is going to take away your guns, they go batshit crazy. They would do whatever whatever you want them to do. If you want them to march, they'll march. If you want them to write letters and protest, they'll write letters and protest. They will vote their ass off to keep this person away from taking away their guns. Now, this person may not even be taking away their guns. They may say, well, we want to make it safer for kids to walk across the street. And the Republican come out and say, well, if you make it, today they're talking about making it safe for your kids, telling your kids how to walk across the street, and tomorrow they're taking your guns. And it's like, no, how do you equate that shit? Now, don't get me wrong. There are some Democrats out here, or there are some people running out here who do want to take away your guns. I'm not saying that's not the case, but not all of them. And I always find it just hilarious how immediately they go to the gun argument. Democrats do the exact same shit. Now, we all know about the racist, the homophobic, yada, 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 all that bullshit that they always kick. That's not their key word. Their key word is abortion. Anytime a Republican comes, no matter what the Republican's saying or what they're doing, if that Republican get in office, he's going to take away your abortion rights, and you won't be able to have an abortion, and your life is going to be miserable, and they're taking away women's rights, and blah, 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 blah. And Democrats lose their shit. I mean, out of straight fear, lose their shit and go batshit crazy because they're scared to death that they won't be able to get an abortion. You have 90-year-old women out here losing their fucking mind that they won't be able to get an abortion. Like, are you fucking serious? And again, Republican don't say anything about abortion. He can say, we're going to lower taxes. Oh my gosh, if they lower taxes today, abortion's tomorrow. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But again, that's their key word. They know they can spit it anytime. Both sides do that shit. They can spit it at any time, and they know it's going to get an immediate reaction because they have instilled the fear in their followers and in their constituents that if I say this key word, that this is your time to act, this is your time to move, this is your time to, go into a fucking hysterical panic. Because why? They're going to do this. And a lot of times, if you actually look at it, they won't. They're not even talking about it. But that's their key word, strikes the fear, fear strikes reaction, and everything goes crazy. And I'm going to just close with this. There was the whole net neutrality thing. I don't know if you guys remember that. But I was listening to protesters, and I was trying to figure out what the fuck actually is net neutrality. Because I hear people explain it, but I still don't fully understand it. So I was listening to them talk about it, and they were like, well, if we take away net neutrality, if they take away net neutrality, you won't be able to go on the internet and get an abortion. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, how do we even get there? Like, it has nothing to do with nothing. Like, I still, again, it's the fear. And as long as you live in fear of whatever these people are telling you to be in fear of, whether it's a politician, whether it's a fucking preacher, your life will be controlled. If you want your life to be yours, lose the fucking fear. All right, man, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is St. Patrick. I'm out.